Ladies and gentlemen, NIO stock is near $3, raising doubts about its $1 trillion valuation. Long-term potential remains strong despite short-term declines. NIO stock is approaching around $3 per share. It's going down. Is NIO still a $1 trillion company? If it's equivalent to $1 trillion, that means the share price should be at least $600 per share for NIO. It is a $1 trillion company. I understand that seeing the NIO stock price going down is very frustrating. Seeing our portfolios in the red and getting hit repeatedly is very painful. Watching green evaporate and turn into red is very, very painful. Okay? But I think it's very important not to overlook the long-term picture, not to forget the long-term perspective. They are doing a lot of good things right now, but they are not yet being monetized, not yet monetized. For example, people often forget that NIO has the most charging stations compared to any EV company in China. Moreover, they also have the most battery swap stations compared to any automobile company in China. Other companies are basically negligible. In terms of infrastructure, NIO has 3 times more total infrastructure in China compared to Tesla. So, NIO is becoming an energy giant, right? And don't forget that NIO has started earning money from energy trading and grid stabilization. NIO is also selling battery swap stations. Well, actually not selling, but allowing energy companies and private companies to own the swap stations under their names. NIO operates them, and these energy companies can use them for grid stabilization and energy trading, and can also operate them as a business. This will help NIO save a lot of money. So, on the energy front, NIO is already 3 times ahead of Tesla in terms of charging infrastructure. In many rural areas, where there are no chargers, like in the mountains and some cities, NIO has chargers there, and often EVs and hybrids have to rely on NIO chargers in these rural locations. And NIO also raises prices quite significantly there. And they make a lot of money from these charges. But that was about the energy front. Now let's look at the technology front. NIO has developed a chip, the Guard chip and NX9031. This is the first chip developed independently in China. It uses a 5-nanometer process. Huawei doesn't even have this. No one else in China has this. This is a first. It's like NVIDIA, and it's equivalent to 4 NX chips. Yes, it's on par with NVIDIA chips. So, this is a remarkable breakthrough. I wouldn't be surprised if NIO receives some grants from the Chinese government because of this chip breakthrough. No one else can do this. NIO has proven to be the only one that has developed its own autonomous driving chip. Absolutely incredible. And in the future, if they succeed in licensing this chip, and, as NIO CEO mentioned, they plan to license their battery swap and software technology, which we will discuss later, they will also license this chip. I mean, they can make a lot of money just from this chip, selling it and installing it in every vehicle, whether it's an electric vehicle or a non-electric vehicle. This is fantastic. What they are doing is right. They are investing a lot of money and R&D in this, but haven't been able to monetize it yet. In a few years, they will be able to monetize it, so it will take some time. Additionally, about the software, we've talked about how NIO is like Microsoft in the sense that they wrote their own software code and developed their own operating system. This is absolutely fantastic. They have shown that it's much more capable than Linux. It's revolutionary for the next generation, made for AI and autonomous driving. And they plan to license this in the future. The CEO has confirmed that. So you've got chip licensing. You've got battery swap licensing. This is happening now. You're also going to get software licensing, which might come in 2 or 3 years. All these licenses have the potential to make a lot of money. But in the end, right now, the biggest factor affecting the stock price is sales and deliveries, and their current vehicles. NIO also has 2 more sub-brands coming, which will significantly boost their deliveries. We're at a point where things are about to change. It's not just NIO cars that will be delivered, but also Envo and Firefly. This could potentially push NIO Group's deliveries to 50K or more per month. If NIO itself is delivering 20K per month, How much can Onvo and Firefly deliver? Certainly, total deliveries will exceed 20K. They've invested a lot in this. Investors have shouldered the burden of these factories, such as Factory 3 and Factory 4. They're very expensive. Creating 2 sub-brands and 1 car brand costs a lot of money. This can be seen on the balance sheet. The balance sheet shows the depletion of cash, and we're looking at this, but we're not seeing the fruits of success yet. It's like we've bought all the seeds, sown them, and spent a lot of money. We're watering these seeds, but so far they haven't grown into trees or produced fruit. And we're frustrated. We're frustrated because the company's value seems negligible right now. The company's value seems to be below 10 billion. What is this? NIO should be worth at least 100 billion just for the technology they have. And on top of that, with the sales of vehicles, the future earnings potential is substantial. If analysts could understand and truly grasp the significance of having self-developed chips in China, which no one else has, and having proprietary software that no one else possesses, they should be providing more accurate projections for the future. You could become a $1 trillion company. But we are still in the phase where we have only purchased the seeds and planted them. The tree has not yet grown. We still need time. It will still take time before it starts bearing fruit. Right now, it's not ready. But when it starts bearing fruit, you will be able to make money, just like with Onvo. Vehicle deliveries have not yet begun, nor have those for the Firefly sub-brand. Until that happens, investors might be a bit more confident. So we are in a very interesting phase where people are getting impatient, and those impatient people are selling the stock, while the patient ones who know that future revenue streams will be extraordinary are holding on. You know that NIO value is at least $1 trillion, and it's also clear that now is not the time to sell. It might even be the time to buy if the stock price drops a bit. 10 years from now, $650 per share, $1 trillion company, that's definitely on the table. I'm not joking. They have the technology for it. So why panic now? Why be impatient? Why let your emotions dictate the stock price? Why hope that the plant will bear fruit when you've only planted seeds? And this will take time. Friends, it will take time. So if you can't wait 10 plus years for NIO stock to become a $1 trillion company, then perhaps your best course of action is to jump ship. But this is not financial advice. Do what you have to do. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.